All right, yes, a beautiful morning to you out there, and welcome to another moment talking sports. It was a beautiful night of Thursday night football, full of drama, full of chaotic moment, full of annihilation. Nigerian star Boniface made an impact in his return to European football, and it continues at 40 games unbeaten, or should I say 39 games unbeaten in all competition for Bayern Leverkusen side. Aston Villa continued their winning ways ahead of a Sunday clash with Arsenal as they won it out there in Europe with their main striker Oli Watkins coming up to the party, and a whole lot of games for Liverpool. It was a different story as it was one of the English team that went down at Anfield, or should we say that went down on the Thursday night football at Anfield. They were triumphed 3 goals to nothing, 3 away win for Atlanta in that game. Now let's not forget Lukman has come out to make statement that Atlanta are not scared of Liverpool at Anfield, and a whole number of players have actually come out to say that they can't defeat Liverpool at Anfield, and it is just like they said. Good morning, just like I've earlier said, welcome. This is P&B Sports. My name is Rudon Musago. Let's quickly go for a quick break. When we come back, the program starting full gear. All right, yes, so welcome back. Now let's go straight to the local scene immediately, as there's no time to waste. Senator John Owo Eno, the Minister of Sports Development, has announced plans to ensure the timely release of funds to prepare Nigerian athletes for the Paris 2024 Olympic Games slated for this year. Now, the minister is committed to supporting Nigerian athletes on the world stage by securing funding promptly on pursuing partnerships with private individuals and also corporate sectors to boost financial support. Now, the minister is also committed to safeguarding the well-being of Olympians. Plans are on the way to provide insurance coverage for Team Nigeria athletes to mitigate the risks associated with injuries and unforeseen circumstances. Now, the ministry aims to create a conducive environment for athlete excellence by implementing salary for Grade A athletes. Now, this initiative aims to provide ongoing support and motivation to athletes as they prepare for the games, enabling them to focus on their training and performances without financial constraints. Now, the senator, who is the minister, expressed confidence in Nigeria athletes and their potentials to achieve success at the Paris 2024 Olympic Games out there in France later this year. All right, we leave that show, so we'll go straight to the house of the First Lady, as she also is a senator. Senator Oluremi Tinubu has charged Nigerian Super Falcons to go out and win the gold medal at the 2024 Olympic Games slated for this year. Now, Tinubu stated these in the backdrop of the team's qualification for the showpiece after holding Bayana of South Africa in a goalless draw on Tuesday to break a 16-year jinx. Record that Nigeria won the earlier leg 1-0 in the MKO Abiola Stadium in Abuja, and now on the last week Friday, reacting to the defeat in a statement personally signed by her, the First Lady, while congratulating the Nigerian female soccer team, said ending a closer to a decade older Olympic jinx has a lot to the country. And also, yes, the First Lady, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, has charged the Super Falcons to win the gold medal at the 2024 Paris Games later this year. Tinubu stated this, and Tinubu make the point while assuring them of their maximum support and also Nigerian support both home and abroad. All right, let's leave that short. Let's go straight to the goalkeeping department of the Nigerian Super Eagles, where one man who made impact in the African Cup of Nations in the year 2023, that is this year, January, in Ivory Coast, talking about none other than Stanley Nwabali, the Nigerian Super Eagles goalkeeper. He has come out to disclose that the secret behind Nigerian's penalty shootout win over South Africa in the 2023 African Cup of Nations held in Ivory Coast. Now, Nwabali was at the heart of the semi-final story, where he brilliantly made a penalty saves and cost Hugo Broos men a place in the final, with his performance earning him a Man of the Match award in that particular game. Now, in the chat with a newsman, he stated that he was never doubted the abilities, and that was what made him to actually got it. All right, let's quickly leave that shows. Let's go straight to another one coming in from the local scene. This time around, 9-time Nigerian Professional Football League champions Eyimba FC has actually made a deal, partnership with Eliteserien club Amcam, and recall that delegation from Norway side, Bayside, visited Eyimba FC, a top club in Nigeria on the African continent in February this year, and the purpose of the visit was to establish a good collaboration that benefits Port Club. Now, Amcam will assist Eyimba in building up their club structure, especially at the youth level. Amcam will travel down to Nigeria twice a year and hold a training section with the team, provide lectures on various academic topics such as methodology, physicality training, and also tactical aspect of football, recovering, and other important things. In return, players of Eyimba will be allowed to host their Amcam's A team and G19, and also Kano and his delegation will visit Amcam annually for more info. The aim is to cultivate new players and also experience from both clubs. All right, let's go straight to tennis. This time around, Novak Djokovic took revenge on Italy's Lorenzo Musetti with a straight set win to move into the quarterfinals at the Monte Carlo Masters. Djokovic beaten by Musetti at the last 16 stage in Monte Carlo last year, came back from a break of a server down in the first set to win 7-5, 6-3. The Serb, who is 6 years old, the Serbian, who is 6 years old, is only the second player to reach 10 Monte Carlo quarterfinals in the Open era. The world number one will play Australian Alex de Minaur next week after winning 5 of the last 6 games to turn around the opening set. Djokovic twice lost serve after going back a break up in the second, but the two-time winner competing in his first event since splitting with former coach Goran Ivanisevic responded to those setbacks and was able to serve out the match to love. He will hope to reach the first semi-finals at the tournament since his last title victory 9 years ago against de Minaur, who beat compatriot Alexis Popyrin 6-3, 6-4 in that game. Italy's second seed Yannick Sinner beat German Leonard Strot 6-4, 6-2 to set up a quarterfinal against Danish 7th seed Olga Rune and Bulgaria the 9th seed Grigor Dimitrov. But 4th seed Daniel Medvedev is out following a 6-3, 7-5 loss to fellow Russian Karen Khachanov, and Khachanov will meet Stefano Tsitsipas in the last 8 after the Greek 12th seed overcame Germany's Alexander Zverev 7-5, 7-6, 7-3 in that encounter. Let's quickly glance through a break, and then when we come back, we'll continue from where we stop. So do not touch that down. This is P&B Sports. We'll be right back. Alright, welcome back. Don't forget that you can stream us live and direct from YouTube and also on Facebook. Let's not forget also that you can press the subscribe button if you want to get more of our programs and better still, watch previous ones that have actually gone past. Now let's go straight to the English Premier League, as clubs have approved unanimously to use the semi-automated offside technology known as SAUT for the 2024-2025 season, which is next season, and the plan is to introduce the system after one of the international breaks in September or October. The Premier League said FIFA first used the technology at the 2022 Men's World Cup in Qatar. It is anticipated that SAUT could cut the length of the video assistant referee check for offside by 31 seconds. In a statement, the Premier League said the state-of-the-art technology would provide a quicker and consistent placement of the virtual offside line based on optical player tracking. It is also added that SAUT will produce high-quality broadcast graphic to ensure and enhance in-stadium and broadcast experience for supporters. One aim is to introduce the technology next season for FA Cup ties hosted by Premier League clubs and for the semi-finals and final at the Wembley Stadium. Now, decision as to whether a player in an offside position is interfering with a player or whether a player is onside or where a defensive player has touched the ball and the contact has been deemed deliberately will still begin subjectively with the on-field referee. The system was also trained at the 2021 Arab Cup and Club World Cup, where it was estimated to have reduced the time taken to make offside VAR decision from 70 to 25 seconds. Now, the use of the VAR for offside calls has continued to be controversial subject to the top flight with the number of high-profile incidents dominating the headlines in recent season. All right, yes, we just hope, just like Tottenham Hotspur will know this happened to them. But anyway, let's go still maintain the English Premier League this time around. We'll go about the profit and sustainability rules that actually mounted on Everton. Now, the Premier League's current profit and sustainability rules are to remain in place for next season. That is despite the fact that clubs agreed unanimously to change the rules in principle at the meeting on Thursday, which was yesterday. At present, clubs cannot report losses of more than £105 million over a 3-year period. A vote on whether to move to a model adopted UEFA, which permits squad spending to a ratio of revenue and player sales, will take place in June. Now, Everton, as you can see on your screen, Everton has actually gone through some numerous courts, but with details still be worked out. The current system will remain in place. Everton, Nottingham Forest, and both have both been deducted points of breaching the rules, and the Toffees have been deducted 8 points in a total, while Forest were docked out 4 points. The rule have been criticized by some of being overly prohibited and also protecting clubs with greater revenues. Under the UEFA rules, clubs can spend about 70% of their revenue on squad costs, and June votes, and at June's votes, club will decide whether they would prefer to move similarly. All right, let's leave that short. Let's make it to still maintaining Europe this time around. Let's go straight to a Spanish TV station presenter who was sacked, a pundit, after he made a controversial remark at Barcelona's winger Lamine Yamal before their Champions League fixtures against Paris Saint-Germain just a couple of hours ago, should we say a couple of days ago, just 2 days ago. German Burgos working for Vista was speaking over footage of Yamal doing kick-ups when he made the remarks. Bokop is reported to have said if it doesn't go well for him, he could end up at the traffic lights. That is bizarre for a commentator. Now, Barcelona, Paris Saint-Germain refused to give interviews to Movista after the game. Movista Plus condemns any kind of discrimination and will not allow this type of comment from any of the employees and collaborators linked to the platform. The broadcaster said on Thursday the remark, which has been interpreted as a reference to people who perform at traffic lights, site and asked drivers for money came before Barcelona's quarter-final first leg win against PSG on Wednesday. Burgos has apologized for the comment. He says, and I quote, "It was a comment made without meaning to hurt anyone. We talk about football, nothing else. If he felt offended, I am sorry and I apologize publicly." Burgos, who is 54, entered 5 caps for Argentina during his playing career and spent 6 years in Spain with Real Mallorca and Atletico de Madrid. Yamal is just 16 years old and was born in Spain to a Moroccan and Equatorian Guinea parents. The winger who already has 6 caps for Spain became the youngest player to appear in the UEFA Champions League quarterfinals during the victory in Paris on Wednesday. Now let's dive into Liverpool this time around, where Liverpool face a huge battle to stay in the Europa League after suffering a shock home defeat to Atlanta in the quarterfinals. First leg at Anfield. Former West Ham forward Gianluca Scamacca scored in each half before ex-Chelsea player Mario Pascalic added a late goal to ensure the Italians start stronger, favourite to reach the semi-finals when the side met next Thursday in Bergamo. Scamacca broke the deadlock in the 38th minute after Koimi Kelha allowed a low drive creep under him on a deeply frustrated night for below par Liverpool. Darwin Núñez missed 2 big chances while Harvey Elliott coiling attempted to struck the bar before dropping on at the point. Mohamed Salah, who started on the bench, forced a fine save from Yohan Musso after Kelleher had atoned for his error to stop the unmarked Tion Koopmans from doubling Atlanta's lead. But well, it was all for Atlanta at the night last night, and the second leg is scheduled for France next week. Alright, now let's go straight to Bayern Leverkusen in Germany, as they scored twice in the last 10 minutes to break West Ham's resistance and take advantage after the first leg of the Europa League quarterfinals went down on Thursday night. Jonas Ofan fired through a crowd of bodies for Xabi Alonso's side after the visitors struggled to clear a corner with 7 minutes remaining. Victor Boniface then doubled the lead first minute in injury time with a well-directed header from Hoffman's cross. Alonso, who's dominated possession but largely frustrated by superbly organized Hammers defense. The visitors showed great discipline, but Leverkusen completed the maintenance of Fulham. Alright, and now goals from Ole Watkins and John McGinn gave Aston Villa a narrow first league lead over Lille in the European Conference League quarterfinals as Unai Emery placed his 1,000th game as a manager. Watkins scored in the 13th minute left unmarked in the box to head in from McGinn corner, and Leon Bailey then played the ball to Magina from corner, and he doubled the lead with a fair striker into the bottom yard. Alright, now let's go straight to reactions from Thursday's league. How Aston Villa's performance went down. They trailed 2-0, and they'll be facing Arsenal on Sunday in the English Premier League. Alright, now let's go straight to Sporting Lisbon coach in the transfer rumors. In the transfer rumors gossip, Friday gossip, Sporting Lisbon boss Ruben Amorim has denied a verbal agreeing a deal to replace Jordan Klopp at Liverpool. Now reports earlier this week claimed that a Portuguese coach had provisionally agreed to move to Anfield this summer. Amorim, who is 39 years old, does not want speculations to be distraction during his side's title run in. There has been no interview with any club, according to him, no agreement with any club, said Amorim. This is the last time I'm going to talk about my future, and he put a pause on that. Alright, Sporting Lisbon are top at the Premier League table after a 4-point advantage over Benfica with 7 matches to play. Manchester City are leading the race to sign Bayern Munich 21-year-old German forward Jamal Musiala, but Liverpool, Barcelona and Paris Saint-Germain are also interested in the young lad. Now Brentford expect England striker Ivan Toney to leave the club in the summer, but the Bees will demand £50 million for Manchester United, among several clubs that tracking the 28-year-old. Now Sir Jim Ratcliffe of Manchester United has held face-to-face talk with Newcastle United co-owner Amanda Staveley in the attempt to reach an agreement on sporting director Dan Ashworth's move to Manchester United. The recent good form of Arsenal's Jam Germany forward Kai Havertz has made the Gunners rethink their summer transfer plans with a move to Tony now unlikely. Now Frenchman Raphael Varane, who is 30 years old, will not be offered a new contract on the same money by Manchester United and expected to leave the club when his contract expires in June. And Arsenal's 20-year-old English midfielder Charlo Patino is said to have a summer transfer abroad. Liverpool agreed a deal to principle with Sporting Lisbon boss, but the man still denies it. And Tottenham manager Angeles Postecoglou has made a new centre-back one of his transfer priorities. And Bayer Leverkusen's Ecuador international Piero Hincapi is the man on the shortlist. While Spurs are still maintaining interest in signing Union Saint Galicia's Algerian striker Mohamed Amoura this summer, but face competition from West Ham and Wolverhampton United. Chelsea could also take a move on 11 players this summer as they attempt to trim down a large squad with England midfielder Conor Gallagher on the top list among those set to leave. Alright, now let's leave the shows of a transfer scene. Now let's go give you results of the full games in the Europa League. AC Milan lost at home to AS Roma 1-0. Benfica defeated Marseille 2-1. Like I told you, Bayer Leverkusen won against West Ham 2-0. As Liverpool lost to Atlanta 3-0. Now in the Conference League, Aston Villa defeated Lille 2-1. Club Brugge 1, PAOK 0, and Olympiacos 3, Fenerbahce 2, Victoria 0, Fiorentina 0, and in the also. And let's quickly give you the fixtures of matches that will come down later tonight. 7:30 in the German Bundesliga. Augsburg will take on Union Berlin as Bundesliga will host in the Bundesliga as Lazio will host Salernitana 7:45 p.m. We'll see Serie A games slugging out. Real Betis will take on Celta Vigo in the Spanish La Liga by 8 p.m. and Metz will take on Lens in French League or same time 8 p.m. While on Saturday is going to be a mouth-watering encounter as Newcastle will take on Tottenham Hotspur by 3 p.m. Early kick-off, 12 noon. While Brentford will take on Sheffield United at 3 p.m. Burnley will host Brighton same time. Manchester City will take on Luton same time. And Nottingham Forest will host Wolverhampton same time. While 5:30 kick-off evening, Bournemouth will take on Manchester United on Saturday. And German Bundesliga, Bayern will take on Cologne 2:30. Bundesliga, Borussia Mönchengladbach versus Borussia Dortmund. Mainz versus Hoffenheim. And RB Leipzig versus Wolfsburg. All simultaneously same time with Bochum taking on Heidenheim. While 5:30 kick-off, Stuttgart will host Eintracht Frankfurt in the German Bundesliga. 2 p.m. Lecce will take on Empoli. 5 p.m. Torino will host Juventus in the Italian Serie A. 7:45 p.m. Bologna will take on Monza. And also in the Spanish La Liga, 1 p.m. early kickoff, Atletico Madrid will take on Girona. 3:15 p.m. we'll see Rayo Vallecano will take on Getafe. 5 p.m. Real Madrid will host Real Madrid, while 8 p.m. Barcelona will slug it out with local rivals Cadiz City. Still maintaining Saturday's game in the German Bundesliga, in the French League. We'll be seeing Strasbourg taking on Reims. Reims are hosting Toulouse in the French League. Just 2 games on Saturday night in that encounter. And on Sunday, we have Super Sunday games. Liverpool versus Crystal Palace. That game will be coming away 2 p.m. And also we have West Ham versus Fulham in the London Derby 2 p.m. 4:30 Arsenal vs Aston Villa, a very big game. We just hope to see what will come out in that game. A decider for the English Premier League. Now in the French and the German Bundesliga, Darmstadt would hold on Freiburg. Bayer Leverkusen vs Werder Bremen, 4:30 kick-off. Early kick-off 11 a.m. We'll see Napoli take on Frosinone in the Italian Serie A 2 p.m. Sassuolo will take on AC Milan, while 5 p.m. Udinese will host AS Roma. 7:45 Inter Milan versus Cagliari. And now in the Spanish La Liga, early kick-off, Las Palmas will take on Sevilla 1 p.m. 3:15 Granada will host Alves, while 5:30 Atletico Bilbao will take on Villarreal, and Real Sociedad will host Almeria 8 p.m. At 12 noon early kick-off in the French League. Le Havre will take on Nantes. Clermont Foot will take on Montpellier 2 p.m. 7:45 Lyon versus Brest. And this is the size of the package this beautiful morning on Friday. Do join us on Monday for a new package. Bye for now.